the island of Jamaica and the government, not only the host government, but the political opposition as well. Everybody's very keen and supportive to see this well drilled, purely because of the economics, the potential upside and value. The size of the prize is huge for what is a reasonably low or minimum investment. And in fact, as a demonstration of the support of the government, they've kindly hosted us this evening for this evening's shareholder event, which we're very excited about. Potential is huge. It's a potentially life-changing licence for the island of Jamaica. The size and scale and value is truly mind-blowing. This project could be potentially 7 billion barrels of recoverable oil. It could potentially double the GDP of the island as a standalone project, and it could also generate over $30 billion of tax take for the island of Jamaica. So the scale is quite substantial.
The Jamaican opportunity is really a unique one. It's a massive acreage holding, over 22,000 square kilometres, which is the equivalent of 3.5 million football pitches, and really the opportunity to be first mover in a country that is energy hungry, that would like to replace its imports with indigenous supply. Our joint purpose with the Jamaican government is to get to a point of commercialising and getting to production as early as possible.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The first thing that is popping in the news is all the controversy that has been brewing all over social media, in which persons are saying there's a company, United Oil and Gas Company from out of UK. They are the persons that are in business with Jamaica, based on some sorts of oil that is found, that is going to be buku cash, and is going to be a ground changer. That is going to be at least double or triple the gross domestic product of Jamaica. So therefore, it is going to take Jamaica out of some of its financial woes. So the person that you heard, or the voice that you heard in that video that I just played, just showed you, he is supposed to be the representative of that country, of that company, United Oil and Gas Company from out of UK, that allegedly came to Jamaica, met with the opposition, met with the leading party, being JLP and PNP, and everybody agreed. This is my disclaimer before I proceed. I understand that we're living in a very technologically advanced time, and there's a thing that is called AI, where people can use people's image, people's voice. So I say this to say that wouldn't it be very far-fetched that some set of people would go out of their way to make all sorts of posts all over social media and just make up stuff for no sorts of reasons? Who have the better reasons? Who have the more ulterior motive to lie to the people of Jamaica like they've always done, other than some sorts of MP, other than some sorts of politician? As in what we heard, Darrell Vaz says, who is the energy minister? So people, I am going to let you hear what Darrell Vaz had to say, and then I am going to speak about the polar opposite of what that person said, who is allegedly the representative of United Oil and Gas Company, and then Darrell Vaz, who is the energy minister of Jamaica. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
As minister, I can categorically state that there's no such thing. It is absolutely fake news. I, as minister, would be the first one to be excited to share any such good news if and when that happens. So until such time as you hear from me, while I'm minister, disregard all information in relation to Jamaica's discovery of oil. It is just simply untrue. Lie.
So people, this is my disclaimer. I do not have a horse in this race. I am neither PNP or JLP. My job as a blogger is to bring both sides of the story, to be objective, to let the people hear what is going on, and then those people or persons can make their own opinion. Me just say, we've heard information, whether it is lies, rumors, or propaganda, we do not know. And I understand social media, it is believe half of what you see, half of what you hear. But why would a set of people just come out, post stuff like this, people that bored, people that just don't have anything to do with their life? Or should we consider the MO of our politicians and people? Here is the facts in Jamaica. If you find diamond, if you find oil, if you find gold, if you find anything of any sort of significant value, even if it is your property, that property or that gold, oil or diamond now belongs to the states. So therefore, the politicians pretty much owns everything that is of any sort of value that is found by anybody. So therefore, why would they lie? Why would they have to lie? Because it is in their natural instincts. That is what they do. Point blank and period.
The St. James Police has continued its assault on criminal elements within the division. With our storm operation, this morning we conducted a major operation in the Granville Police Space, Upper Garden Crescent, to be exact, where these two rifles were found. The rifles were found along with the rifles 22 5.56 round, which includes 19 what they call tracer rounds, which helps the shooter to be more accurate and see where the projectile is headed. This is a major success for the St. James Division, bringing to 72 the number of weapons seized since the start of the year. We have seized 10 rifles out of these 72, with our last 6 weapons being seized over the last 2 weeks. Yesterday, we were able to seize another weapon, which is a Glock pistol, when we also arrested St. James' most wanted, Mr. Joseph Mackenzie, OC Jail, who was wanted for numerous murders and shootings across the division. We are very happy with the successes of the division. The men and women of the division are working very hard to ensure the safety and security of persons within the division.
It is quite obvious that the JCF kind of pull up them boots and they are putting in the work and they are yielding the results. Yesterday alone, well actually Sunday, they seized those 2 rifles, M16, AR-15, tracer rounds, and most importantly, they found a wanted man, St. James' most wanted. He is known as G0t. They gave you his government name. You saw on that picture, they X'd him out. The only problem that persons have is that they did not actually take him out completely, because we know whenever these criminal elements go to court, it is either the prosecution fumble the ball, the witness don't show up, the witness gets missing for whatever reason. So therefore, we would have liked to see him gone for good, gone to the afterlife. However, we will take the results. So the next thing that is popping in the news, this part of the video is called "The higher that the monkey climbs is the more that he is exposed. He that exalteth himself shall be abased," meaning abate. I spoke about a young man a couple of weeks ago. He is said to be a social media influencer, especially on TikTok/Chopper. So a couple of weeks ago, some people sent me some video from TikTok and them said to me, "Blogger, can you believe that these young men that are out there chopping the line, lottery scamming, are actually out there posing, flaunting the proceeds of crime, taunting the poor, taunting their opposition, saying that them pull up on the people and black, and the poor can't do them nothing, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling." And the video that I did, I said, listen, sooner or later, this youth is going to be taken out, arrested by the poor, or taken out by the opposition. Luckily for him, the poor came and arrested him. And I said that the reason is that these people are driving around with all sorts of money, playing all sorts of loud music, pretty much taunting the poor, and in most cases, the cars are not registered. Most of these cars are affixed with the blue plate, which is the dealer plate. That means that it is not properly registered to the person that is the actual owner. So people, I'm going to show you the actual video in which the poor pulled him over for the same reason and the reactions of persons that were there on the scene. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Oh, the class, the man, the dog. I mean, a video too. I'm going to give a 3 man them a do dog. 3. Now watch out now. The man car brand new. Where you forget papers the car brand new? Eh? Yeah, fuck. Waste man them dog. Fuck crew now do dog.
So people, like I said, that was a short edited version of the video. We saw the Popo put him in cuffs, put him at the back of the cruiser, the Popo cruiser that is, and more than likely that vehicle is going to be towed to one of the Jamaica JCF's pound. Now, based on the person that was actually videotaping or narrating everything that was going on, this is one of the reasons or the problems in Jamaica. People like to encourage and facilitate the FUCKRY talk about stuff that they don't know about. Because here are the facts as it pertains to this vehicle. This youth has had this vehicle for a couple of months, maybe 4 or 5 months. It is still with some sort of blue plate. Whenever you are a regular civilian, whenever you register your vehicle, you get your insurance, your fitness, and you go to the tax office, you are going to get a white plate, not a custom plate unless you so desire or would like to pay for it. So what this means is that this vehicle, even if this youth owns this vehicle, was not re-registered in his name, so therefore the proper paperwork, proper documentations are not there. Like I told these people before, the JCF has a department in which they monitor everything that is on social media, including TikTok. So therefore, if them see him with this vehicle 6 months ago with a blue plate, and then 6 months later, him have the same blue plate, they can only come to one conclusion that the vehicle is not properly registered. The protocols were not followed. And people, like I said, I am working on a case about some big scammers somewhere that are the people that are renting all of these scammers, all of these vehicles. If you notice, most of the time when you hear these people that talk about them a chop the line and them then your neck of the hoods and whatever the case is, all of the vehicles always have some sorts of blue plates. Most of these choppers, like them say, show me your company, I will tell you who you are. Most of them are renting from the same place, which happens to be a chopper that is facilitating the lifestyle of these criminals. So like I said, the moral or the theme of this video is he that exalted himself shall be abased. The higher that the monkey climbs is the more that he is exposed. And we see that with this newfound illicit fame, these people don't know how to act. NIGGA cannot stand promotion. Jamaican criminals love hype, them love the video light, so therefore they are always self-snitching on themselves. Such is the case as it pertains to Pops YG, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update as it pertains to your finance minister, Mr. Nigel Clark, getting a new position, getting a new job with the IMF International Monetary Fund, in which it is said that he is going to be the deputy manager. He is going to be second in command, which is senior management in that corporation, which is a big corporation. His job is said to be scheduled for October of 2024, which is a couple of months from now. Based on the information that I am getting, your finance minister makes about 22 million Jamaican dollars annually. His pay is going to be now at least 75 million Jamaican dollars, which would be the equivalent to about 450,000 US dollars, which is going to be at least 3 times. So people will notice that he was one of those persons that were instrumental in the pay scale going up for the MPs, the parliamentarians, Rete, Lele. So we say he got 3 times and now he is getting 3 more times. In this case, it is justifiable because it is for a bigger post. Big post with one of the biggest international financial corporations out there in the whole wide world. Now, the truth and the fact is that we have to give credit where credit is due, and the IMF sees the potential of this person. Based on what they said, he got this job based on the fact that he took Jamaica from a weak economy to a better economy, even during the Big C situation. So therefore, they would consider him somebody that is going to be instrumental in the decision-making process of this big corporation. And people, the truth and the fact is that this youth, Mr. Nigel Clark, he is a brainiac, he is a Rhodes Scholar. So therefore, we cannot even critique his ability. However, out there is also mixed review with the people that are giving him props. Persons are also saying that he was one of those persons that lied to Jamaica when it comes to the SSL. He was one of those persons, like I said before, that were instrumental in these MPs and these politicians getting 100%, 200%, 300% raise. So therefore, he is a brainiac financially when it is convenient. Whenever it is time for the Jamaican people to get robbed by its leaders, he was instrumental. But at the end of the day, like I said, whenever you have the skill sets, and this man definitely do, yes, there's all sorts of question signs to his name. And not only are there question signs, we hear the conspiracy theories saying that the IMF International Monetary Fund is one of those organizations that is known for exploiting African countries, Caribbean countries, and they are going to sink Jamaica even deeper into the depths. And they are going to use Nigel Clark as some sorts of mole. But like I've always said, everybody has some sorts of opinion. My job is to be objective, to put out both sides of the story, the pros and the cons. Now, with Nigel Clark exiting the office of the finance minister, purses are wondering, purses are pondering. Who is going to be his next replacement? Some of the names that are being mentioned: Mrs. Williams, who controls the education portfolio. And then also Mr. Pernell Charles Jr. and also your Prime Minister. People, I am not going to lie. Whomever takes over this job, it is going to be a vast drop in ability, in knowledge, and whatever job they need to do. Because we see, Mr. Nigel Clark was no ordinary type of person. Like I said, he is a Rhodes Scholar, he is a financial wizard, conveniently. When you think about Miss Favour Williams and the fact that she is managing the education portfolio and the fact that sometimes she seems as if she is lost, dazed and confused. But based on what persons are saying, she used to work in the Ministry of Finance before, so therefore she has some sorts of knowledge or more knowledge than the other options that are out there. As it pertains to Pernell Charles Jr., don't know anything about him. As it pertains to your Prime Minister Andrew Holness, don't know if he knows anything about financing, but persons are saying when Edward Seaga was the leader back in about 1980 or so, he was also the finance minister. People, those are old-time days. Now you get the job that you're fit for. You don't get the job because you know people or you know, so you can put yourself in that position. However, you cannot do the job. And as it pertains to Andrew Holness, there is too much controversy and drama. There is going to be too much conflict of interest. In other words, you cannot put the hyena for watch the fowl cub or the chicken cub. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.